everybody, Elisa here with another Vera Bradley bag of the day. I'm coming to you with peaches from the back of my Jeep because today, believe it or not, is Jeep 4x4 day. That is actually a thing, and since I have a Jeep and it is a 4x4, I thought I would show off or do a little mini haul video from the back of the Jeep, and also that gives me an opportunity to show off the back bench, which I have verified for peaches. So I was a little frustrated with some of the things I was using as a car seat cover to sort of protect from all the dog hair, and you dog owners know what I'm talking about. And so I was looking at the travel blanket and realizing that the pocket that that everyone knows the travel blanket is like sort of in a pillow shape and then it unfolds, but there's still this pocket element even when it's unfolded, and that works really well to slip on the headrests, and then that sort of anchors the blanket to the seat, even when the dog is moving around, although she has managed to pull it up a little bit. It's not a perfect, completely perfect system, but I'm really pleased with how it's working. I have two here, one over each headrest, and then this section here is where my bench splits, so that I can maneuver the seats. And so I've just tucked it in real good there all the way so that it's sort of anchored, sort of secured in place. And so it's working really well, actually. And this pattern is Paisley Amethyst, which is a factory outlet store pattern. It is still available, and I have shown it in another video. I can put the link to that below. But I'm pleased with it. I think it's working out well, and it's decent looking. So anyway, so that's how I'm celebrating Jeep 4x4 day in my car with my Vera and my dog. I was wondering what the hell I'm doing here. But anyway, so just a quick one today because everyone's getting their hauls in from the online outlet sale, and they're coming in sort of in dribs and drabs if you're like me and you don't order everything all at once. Which I actually do advise. If you see something that's popular, you should not just put it in your cart and look at other stuff. You should check out right away because it will go sold out, and that's what happens. It's happened with this. This one went sold out very quickly, and I was surprised to see anything in the sale in this pattern. This is Cat's Meow, which most people know now is a limited edition, and so it was shocking to kind of see it there. And they only had, I think, like 2 items in it. This and the lanyard, I think. Which I already have the lanyard, and so when I saw this, I just checked out immediately. It's really surprised to see it, but I do recommend that, it doesn't even come up when you search under. If you just click the patterns option, and all the patterns that they're featuring for the sale will show up. You shouldn't just rely on that. You should plug stuff into the search bar, because if you look for your specific thing, it might just be there, sort of buried in a way. And that's how this was. So there are just certain patterns that I always plug into that search bar, and this is one of them, Cat's Meow, because, you never know. And this is the large blush and brush case, and I do have a video. It's an older video. I can put a link to it, but I do have a video on this item because I do like it very much for travel, because it sits up nice. It has 2 zipper sections that zip all the way down to the bottom, and this one is gusseted, and it just sits up nicely when you put it down on the counter with all your stuff if your stuff is sort of standing upright, which mine tends to be. Just all stays that way, really nice, and just sort of opens nice and wide without really flopping open. So your stuff stays contained and stays in place. The other section also zips all the way around, but it's sort of a narrower section, and it you know, opens flat, and you can put brushes in there. And this is a zipper, plastic zipper pouch too. You okay there? You can, I'm sorry, am I taking up too much space? You can lie down. Anyway, so I got my other items in here. So the first thing I did was actually no, this isn't the first thing, but it doesn't matter what the order what the order was. This is the cosmetic, the velvet cosmetic case, and clamshell cosmetic. This is just classic black. Didn't really care about that one way or the other. I got it for the lining. That was one reason. Just love that Foxwood Menagerie lining. It is plastic covered here, as you can see. But what I like this for now in the coronavirus age is that it works really well, this particular item, for carrying around my plastic gloves, disposable rubber gloves. And so I was using my Berry Merry one for that. And I just thought, well, let me get another one. Because it's working out really well. Because not only, which is nice, does it sort of have this triangular shape with a wide base, so it sits up real nice, you know, when you put it down on a surface. This is kind of mushed right now from shipping. But it stacks, when I slip it, I tend to slip it in my bag this way, upright. The zipper, which I like, goes all the way to the base. You know, so this opens up real nice and wide, like clamshell. I mean, obviously that's why it's called that. So what's nice about that is that since the zipper does go all the way down to the base, I can put this in my bag on its side and still access stuff this way very easily. That's what I've been doing. I don't have to always work the zipper. I can just slip it in my bag like this. It stays here. So basically the stuff stays inside, but I can still access it from the top. So that's working really well for me with this particular you know, issue with the gloves. Then I got a couple of my, a favorite item of mine, which is the RFID card case, which they're not making anymore. So I got Lavender Meadow, and I was very pleased with the pattern placement because, you know, you're ordering it, so it's always, you know, iffy. And I just really love the leaves in this pattern, along with the ladybugs and the bees, obviously. So to get the just a nice shoot there with just the leaves, you know, rather than a big like hydrangea flower, I was really pleased. And then to get the ladybug right there, I mean, I really lucked out. And then on the back, I got a bee. So I was just so pleased when I saw that. I mean, I couldn't ask for better pattern placement on this, I feel like. And of course, this item, I do have videos on this item, and so I can put links, but, you know, you get the nice ladybug lining. It's blowing out a little bit. Ladybug lining there. And this item is just nice for, I like this one, I want to, you know, downsize to a smaller wallet because my bag is smaller, or I don't even want to take a bag. So you get that ID window. You get all the basics that you need, but it's just very tiny. So you get your ID window there. Behind this zipper section here, there's a slip pocket, and that's a good place to put your cash, I find. It has two slip pockets here on the outside of this zipper section. Blowing out. There, that's a little bit better. And that section is gusseted and has a small zipper pouch in there and a card slot in one of the gusseted sections. I just find, and a slip on the back. I don't know if I mentioned that. A slip pocket on the back. All the slip pockets are nice and tight too, so I feel like nothing's going to come flying out, which I really like. So I was pleased to get that, and then got one in Lilac Medallion, which is a pattern that I think is very, the colors are very rich and I do like it, but not in a big item. Like I ordered this in a Carson Hobo a long time ago and I ended up selling it actually. It was too much for me in a bigger item, but I like it in smaller items. And you know, pattern placement isn't too critical. I mean, this isn't the best pattern placement ever. The back is better, but it's not just about the medallions. I mean, you can see, just look at all that detail there. The aqua, the like turquoise colors in combination with the purple. Just trying to get a spot where it doesn't blow out. I think it makes for such a rich combination. To me, that background work with the blue and the purple is almost more interesting than the medallions. Again, very, very rich color combination there with the turquoise and the purples, I think. And so just nice to have a little taste of it. And something I love about this particular pattern is the lining. I mean, this lining is just gorgeous. It's very, like, it almost looks Turkish. It reminds me of Turkish, the detailed, small, repetitive patterns on Turkish pottery. It's almost what this reminds me of. Or tile work, Turkish tile work, if you've ever been to Istanbul, which I have. You go into the mosques and other buildings, you see a lot of this beautiful tile work. So I do like the lining on this. And one more thing, oh no, not one more thing, two more things. And then I did decide, even though I have one of these, to get a couple more because they're so handy. No, don't bark at them. I know you don't like them, but it's okay. It's okay, just let them go. She doesn't like those neighbors. You don't like them? They got a cute puppy though. Anyway, I decided to get the a couple more of the mini kiss locks. Even though I have one in this pattern and I do have one in Bordeaux Blooms, I decided to get two more because they were such a good deal, you know, $3, you can't beat that. And they're so handy. I use them primarily to keep jewelry in that I take off and I don't want to, you know, put away in its official box. And so it's just very helpful that way. And I use it for my rings, so I thought, well, I'll get a couple more just to have, and also maybe I can start to do that with a necklace or something, especially if I'm traveling with jewelry. It's very, very handy. So I got some of those. I mean, these are very tiny. I've shown them in another video. I mean, like, I think this length here is probably, I don't know, maybe 2.5 inches. I mean, very small. I got two more of those. And this, which I was very excited about, which is the Lighten Up cosmetic, the medium Lighten Up cosmetic. And this is lavender, hold on, botanical. And I wanted this pattern for a long time. I liked this pattern when it first came out, but I just never really got it together and got it. And now it's on, you know, such a good sale, so the online, the outlet sale, so it was a good deal. And thought I'd take the chance and not worry about pattern placement and just order it. And I really am pleased because, again, like, I got a big piece of a leaf, you know, big spray of a leaf there, rather than the big hydrangea flower heads, which I'm not as crazy about. And so I was pleased with that. And you get all the little smaller flower details, and there's star-shaped flowers there and there. And the reason that I like this, and there I get more of those leaves that I like, so I was pleased with that. So definitely pleased with this. Show the pattern a little bit more. The reason I like this item, and I'm always talking about this item in videos when I post stuff out of my bag, is because I like to use it for my charger cords because it accommodates them well. I mean, it really flattens out nicely, which I like for my charger cord. So it just will fit, you know, and it sort of molds itself to whatever space I'm squeezing it into in whatever bag I'm carrying. And so very pleased with this item, and now this is my third one. I don't foresee myself getting any more of these. I think I'm good now. I think I'm done. Anyway, so just a quick one from the Jeep for Jeep 4x4 day, with a few items from the sale. Anyway, when the other stuff comes in, if more stuff comes in, I will try to break myself away from my work to do another quick video. It's been a little tough with my workload, but anyway, I did want to try to squeeze in the video for the Jeep 4x4 day, and because I know we're all going coronavirus crazy. Anyway, relax. I'm sure it's okay. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully see you next time on Vera Bradley Bag of the Day. Peaches, please, just calm down. Calm down. Oh, no, calm down.